Hey everybody, this is Sandra. Welcome back again to my archive. So in the last video I promised I was going to do a part 2 of all the things that happened to me during my first trimester. I said when I found out that I was pregnant, I was so happy up until I wasn't. Like, I was happy until I was not. If you're a new subscriber, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back here time and time again to peep my content. Thank you so much. You keep me going. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment on this video. It really helps me. So let's get right into it. After I found out I was pregnant, everything was going well. I was happy, everything was good. 2 weeks into my finding out I was pregnant, I was still normal. There was nothing wrong with me. I was, going about my day and everything. So 2 weeks into me being pregnant, I decided to go shopping, just live my life normally, like before. I decided to go shopping. I went shopping, shopped. Usually if I go shopping like that, it's always like comprehensive, because once I shop once, I do not shop again for like the next 2 weeks or so. I went, got stuff I wanted to get and everything. Came back home, cooked, cleaned, my normal activity now, just do my normal activity. And work days like that, like the days I want to shop, cook and clean, they are like a full day. I go to the market, go to the supermarket, come back, clean, restock, full day's work. So I just take off of everything I'm supposed to do that day and just, this is what I want to do. I did everything I was supposed to do. I think I even made a vlog that day of me shopping, cooking and everything, taking care of the house. I did everything I was supposed to do. I finished. And then I laid down. I remember I was laying down in the parlor. I just laid down, I was done. I just laid down. The day that I laid down, I was like, well, let me go inside the room. Let me go and lay down. Since I'm retiring for the night anyway, it's late already. And then when I went inside the room, I think 5 minutes into being inside the room, there was this sharp pain. Very sharp. Like this is not even menstrual pain. The pain was so sharp, very sharp pain that just gripped me, my lower abdomen. I'm like, what's this? Do I want to pee? So I said, okay. I tried, got up and went to pee. When I went to pee, do you know that day that I sat down, when I had finished peeing, I could not get up again. I could not stand. It was like, I don't know, man. It was like they were using rope to tie my intestine. All my intestine, they were using rope to tie it. What do I do? My phone is on the bed. At this point, I'm still sitting on the toilet seat. I'm like, okay, what do I do? I did not know what was wrong with me. Like, what kind of pain is this? I don't know where this pain is coming from. So I managed. I crawled. This thing that I'm saying, it looks simple now, but when it was happening, I was legit afraid. I was legit scared. I thought I was going to die. And then I'm crawling. I got to the room. I was able to pick my phone. I reached my husband like, yo, babe, I don't know what's going on. There's this sharp pain. I can't even walk. Like right now, I'm crawling. There's this really sharp pain. I'm feeling my stomach. I don't know what it's about. My husband was at work. And he said, oh, okay, don't worry, I'm coming back. My husband took off from work and he started coming. And then I managed to lay down. The pain was still not okay. The pain was still so bad. I'm like, God, what kind of pain is this? I've never experienced this kind of pain. What happened? There I was groaning, I was crying. The pain was so bad. It was paining me in my lower abdomen. So my husband came back. Immediately he came back, he took me, immediately went to the hospital. Then we went to the hospital. At the time we got to the hospital, the pain, I could now walk, but that pain was just so too bad to ignore. It was too bad to ignore. So I could now walk. Then I got to the hospital. I explained everything. I told the doctor, oh, this what happened. The first thing the doctor asked me was, have you been resting? And I'm like, I don't know that I'm supposed to rest. Like I just knew that I was pregnant, but I just wanted to go about my daily activities. I don't know that I'm supposed to rest and all that. And doctor was like, This is too early. It's too early in the pregnancy for you to be stressing yourself. Is this your first pregnancy? I said yes. I said, God, that's not when your first pregnancy, you are supposed to watch yourself. You're supposed to watch yourself. You're not supposed to do anything strenuous since you don't know your body yet. You're supposed to watch yourself. You're supposed to, watch how you are, at least for like the first 3 months. Now you have gone to stress yourself, and that's what's causing this pain. That night, this thing I'm telling you is like around 11 in the night. That night, he said we should go and do scan. Let's check that the baby, hope the baby is still there, because with the way I explained this pain, that kind of pain is like a miscarriage. Is when people have miscarriages that they get pains like that though. And the way I'm explaining this pain is not comfortable. That please, he recommended a test. I should go and do a test. He did a series of tests I should go and do, and he said I should go home, but I should make sure that I don't do anything strenuous. I should just go home and be on bed rest. The kind of test that he recommended, the person that would do it was not around in the hospital at that time of the night, so they asked us to come back the next day, and then we came home and tried to rest. Do you know that home that I came, I was in bed for 1 month, bed rest. I won't even call it bed rest because I could not even sit. I could not even stand. This one now is not even pregnancy symptoms. So this is from that pain that I told you guys that I had. I could not even sit. I could not stand. I could not walk from here to there. I was in bed morning till night, groaning. I was always having that pain. That pain was so bad. So mind you, they told us to come the next day for the scan that we're supposed to do, for them to check that everything is okay with the child, the baby. And then the next day, quick, we went to the hospital for scan. As I'm saying it now, it's easier, but I was so afraid. I was so scared. My husband too was so afraid. Our first time, we don't know what's going on. We're just so clueless. And then we went to the hospital for the scan. And then they did the scan. After they did the scan, they said, okay, everything was okay. The baby was okay. That I'm very lucky, that women complain about pains like this. Some of them say, in fact, it's straight miscarriage. I was like, God, I thank you. So they told me, don't do anything strenuous for the next 3 months. Just rest, be at home. My Instagram friends would know that period. I was so like low key. I wasn't speaking. I wasn't saying anything because I was so sick. Apart from the whole pregnancy sickness and everything, I was really sick that I could not even stand. I could not sit. It was crazy. Imagine someone like me, a hustler. Me, I'm always on the move. I'm always going here and there. Then you're not telling somebody like me to be in bed for a month, not doing anything. It made me so depressed. I'm in bed morning till night. Even if I wanted to get up, even if I wanted to stand up, I would not be able to stand up. It was so bad. Now, that one is the pain from me stressing myself. Keep it aside. Let's even talk about the whole pregnancy symptoms. Do you know that? Well, sometimes when I see some people, some people just pop out and like, oh, I had a baby. I'm like, pregnancy is such a journey. Why are you not documenting? Like I say it in my mind, why are you not documenting such a journey? Like it's such a beautiful journey. Why are you not documenting? I used my own eyes to see why some people don't even document this journey. Because first and foremost, you get so lost in yourself. Those of you that are pregnant, those of you that are giving birth, how do you guys carry pregnancy so gracefully? You make it look like it's easy. You make pregnancy look like it's easy because, you just pop out 9 months later and you're like, oh, I just had a baby. I don't think we're being educated enough on the things that would have happened, behind the scenes. If I had gotten, honestly, I'm not going to lie, I thought pregnancy was, you don't carry belena. Oh yeah, 9 months. There is so much more to pregnancy. I used my two eyes to see it. I suffered. It's easier to say now. Because then, oh my God, I was a shadow of myself. I was at home for in fact, I was at home for 3 months, but I was in bed. When I mean in bed, I don't even mean, from bed, you come to parlor, sit down. No, I was laying in bed for 1 month. Because I could not sit, I could not stand. If I tried to stand, my abdomen. It will look like something is dropping from my abdomen. I'm like, I'm not even lying. I'm, I don't know how to explain it to someone that has not, experienced it, but this is the best that I can do with explaining. If I try to stand, it will look like something, a sack is dropping from my abdomen like this. So they'll say, Joy, please just sit down. Just sit down. Then let's even go into the main things that was wrong with me when I in my first trimester. Apparently, there is something called prenatal depression. Nobody, if not that, I had to go and Google what is wrong with me. Why am I always crying? Why am I so sad? Why? I had to go and Google it, and it's called prenatal depression. So if you are watching this thing and you don't have a baby before, you've never had a baby before, I'm just trying to bring you up to speed. These are the things that you are likely to see. Prenatal depression is real. It's very real. Prenatal depression is like something that is just like postpartum depression, but this one is for people that just get pregnant. You're feeling sad, you're not happy about the situation, nothing is making sense to you. That period, I'm pregnant, I'm supposed to be happy. This is something that a lot of women are looking for, a lot of people are looking for, a lot of people pay good money for, and God just gave it to me on a platter. And then I'm not happy. I'm so depressed. I hated myself. I started second guessing myself, like, are you sure I'm not making a mistake? Are you sure being pregnant is what I want to, is the step for me to follow right now? See, it was so bad. Like, I just said, it looked like somebody was using straw to suck my life away from me. I'm a very bubbly girl, but God, morning till night, I'm just so sad. I'm lost in thought. I'm thinking. I had evil thoughts. I had bad thoughts. I hated my baby. Like, I'm not going to lie. I hated my baby, but I hated what the baby was doing to me, because it felt like I was giving up my life. I was just, giving up my life for this child. And the funny thing, I hated the people around me too. Because every time I try to complain, if I try to complain to my mother will say, it's a good thing, just manage, don't worry, to soon pass. And in my mind, I'm like, I'm complaining, I'm saying that life is being choked out of me. Every single person is saying it's a good thing. I'm the one suffering it, I'm the one in it, I cannot, this particular thing, I cannot do it. I don't see this thing as a good thing, like I want out of it. And everybody is just egging me on, not because of me, but because of the baby. Like, baby that you have not even met, me that me that is your child. Instead of you to want what is best for me, I'm telling you that this thing is sucking life out of me. I don't want it anymore. Like, I want out, and you're encouraging me. Oh, it's a good thing. Don't worry, don't say that. Don't let God be angry with you. That's what my mother always say. This thing that you are saying, don't let God be angry with you. Don't let God be angry with you. How can you say that? A lot of people are paying money for this, and God gave it to you free. I say, Mommy, I understand, but my life, I feel like I'm drifting away. I was a shadow of myself. I said, my life is going. When I complain, my husband will be like, babe, just keep going. I'm like, come, whose side are you on? Whose side are you on? Is it not when I'm alive that this child can be okay? Do you know that the prenatal vitamins they gave me, for like 2-3 days, I stopped taking it because I was so angry. I'm like, you know what? Anything that wants to happen should happen, abeg. Those things, before I even discovered what I'm taking now, I'm using pregnant care currently. Those medicines smell like, first and foremost, as a pregnant person, you are irritated by every single thing around you. You're irritated by yourself, you're irritated by your husband, you're irritated by everybody around you as a pregnant person. Then you now add medicine that smells. All these, their vitamins, B-Co, and oh my God. It got to a point, I'm like, you know what? Every time I take those drugs, I feel like I want to puke. I feel like I want to throw up. I got to a point I told myself, I'm not taking the drugs again. Anything that wants to happen, my husband will beg me, please, for the baby, just take it for the baby. I'm like, every single person is saying for the baby, what about me? And then when I see all these things, I'll cry, I'll start crying, like, nobody's listening to me. What about me? Every single person, don't worry, just keep going for the baby. What does everyone mean by keep going for the baby? What about me? Me that is carrying the baby, I'm saying that this thing I'm not doing again. Like, I can't do it, and everybody is egging me on, like, keep going for the baby. Like, it was a lot, it was a whole lot. And you know what they kept advising me, you feel better. But in that moment, I did not feel like I was going to feel better, because pregnancy hormones were on their own. I was having mood swings. I was nauseous. I hated water. I hated to drink water. I see water. I hated water. Some days I'll just wake up and say I'm not eating. You know, because I'm not hungry. I'm hungry, but because I can't stand food. I can't stand the sight of. If I got to a point, my own food, I cannot eat my own food again. It's my husband that will be cooking. Hi, my eyes see shaggy. See this thing I'm telling you. And that period, I was not understanding my body. Things were just changing. I'll wake up this morning, I'll be happy. I will take a nap and wake up later, like 3 hours later. I'll just be so sad. There will be this gloomy, this wall of sadness around me, and I'm just so sad. Like, God, what kind of life is this? And you know what even hurts me the most? The fact that I could not make my own money. The fact that I could not go out. The fact that I could not hustle. My husband does not mind though. It's not like he minds too, but it was just vexing me. It was vexing me. When I see everybody living their life, everybody is going out. Me, I cannot even walk from here to there. I'll get tired. I'll be sitting down like, God. You know, I hated my husband for like that first 3 months. Sometimes I'll just look at him like this. I'll be like, look at you living your life. Look at you enjoying. Look at you going to work, coming back, eating whatever you want. And then me, I'm here. But you put me in this condition. And you put me in this situation. You are not feeling it with me. Sometimes I'll just look at my husband and God, I'll just hate him. And the funny thing, how I used to be, I'm like, sometimes when I look at him and I hate him, I'm like, I hate you so much right now. And I'm not even joking. He knows. My husband was so understanding throughout the first trimester period, because whatever it is I was doing, throwing tantrums, so mood swings, so it was just always saying, babe, you're doing great, you are doing great, you are doing great. Honestly, I hated my husband because, now me and you do this thing, now me and you plan this thing. Why am I the one bearing the brunt of it? Why is it affecting only me? Then you wake up in the morning, have your bath and go to work. You eat whatever you want to eat. You are happy, you are laughing, you are smiling. And then me, I'm just here in bed, crying, not eating, thinking about my life. I'm not going to my business. I'm not doing anything. I'm just there. No, the equation did not balance. So I hate him. I hated my husband that period. Like, it was so bad. And then it got to a point I was so paranoid about the baby, like, God, this thing I'm going to do now, am I even sure? Am I ready to be a mother? Can I even be a mother? How much do I have? How much does my husband have that want to come and start, wanting to be parents at this point? I'm just, still thinking. Sometimes I think I'll cry. I was crying every day. Like, I'm not even joking. There was never a day that I was happy. I was always crying. Instead, I was crying that, I've lost my sense of self. I'm losing my self-esteem. I'm crying. I wish this baby now comes. How do I take care of this child? I don't know. I don't know how to take care of a child. I've never been a mom before. Where is the money we used to take care of the baby? Oh, it was a lot. I was not happy for once. I was not happy. I regretted my action throughout the whole first trimester. I regretted my action. I regretted it. I'm like, God, if I had known better, if someone had probably educated me better, I would not have done this thing. I'm not happy to be pregnant. Like, why? When will I start being happy? I know the funny thing, all these things I'm telling you, all the symptoms, all the mood swings, all the nausea and everything, there was no baby bump to show for. So you are there, you look like a seed, you just look like one small beans, and you are disturbing my whole existence. There's no bump to show for. At least if I'm seeing bump, I'm okay. I'm pregnant. I'm not seeing bump. What if all these things I'm just sick and I'm thinking I'm pregnant? Do you understand? So it was a lot, honestly. Like, my whole first trimester, it was a lot. But mothers, like, when I go to antenatal, people kept encouraging me, don't worry, you'll be okay. After the first trimester, you feel good. After the first trimester, you feel good. I never believed them. But I mean, look at me, thriving, doing better. After the first trimester, I feel a lot better. If I got to a point, do you know that every time I'll just call my mother and start crying, Mommy, I want to come home. Mommy, I'm tired. I'm not, this is not a joke. I'm like, Mommy, I'm tired. I want to come home. But I'll say, oh, you just go married. You just go married. Stay in your husband's house. In fact, got to a point, my mother said, don't be crying. All this cry, you're crying. It's getting too much. Don't cry. Don't make your husband to feel like, don't make your husband to start regretting. Don't cry. Just manage. In fact, my mother had to send my sister, because my mother, I called my mother one day. I'm crying. I said, Mommy, I don't know why I'm crying. I just want to come home. I'm tired. I want to leave this house. My mother said, what is the problem? Is your husband not treating you well? I say he is. My husband was sitting right there. My husband was confused. He was sitting right there in front of, by my side. And I'm calling my mother crying. Mommy, I want to come home. I'm tired. My mother had to send my sister. So it was when my mother sent my sister there, I now started, getting relieved. My sister was doing the cooking, the cleaning. She was just, doing everything, taking care of me. Although I was still having the whole symptoms and everything, but I wasn't as sad again. Maybe because I was seeing my sister, I was happier. My husband too was happier. So if you're watching this video, pregnancy is not a walk in the park. I'll be able to say that now because I have passed through it, at least the first trimester. It is not a walk in the park. It is not as glamorous as people make it seem. It is not as glamorous as some celebrities make it seem. In fact, some people that I even know, I called my mother and said, Mommy, how did you give birth to 5 children? It got to a point I even told my husband, see, after this one, I'm not born again. This is it. God should take me safely. Let me deliver this child. After this child, I'm not giving birth again. This is the only child. Like, I cannot do this pregnancy thing more than once in my life. That's what I was actually saying. So, if you're watching this thing, you're waiting on God, or you're in the future, just know that things like this will happen. Prenatal depression is real. I suffered it first class, like first hand. I suffered it. Prenatal depression is real. You will doubt yourself, you will second guess yourself, you will hate yourself, but it's okay. It's okay, because now I feel a lot better. I'm happier with myself. That does not mean I don't have bad days. There are days that I'm just like, oh God, I'm tired. Like, what did I sign up for? Like, can this end already and let me move on with my life? There are days I feel like that, but you just have to keep pushing. You just have to keep pushing. These are the things I said I wanted to tell you. As I'm going along in this pregnancy, I'll be, updating you guys, telling you guys how I'm feeling. If somebody had told me, if somebody has sat me down to, tell me there's something called prenatal depression, you're going to be sad for the most part of your pregnancy, maybe I would have, taken a step back and looked at the whole situation, assessed it, and be like, okay, it's better for you to know what you're going into, know what you're expecting when you're going into something, than for you to just go in with, oh, it's going to be all jolly, it's going to be all cool, and then you are met with the unexpected. I wish I knew most of these things. I know they say, oh, pregnancy, you will have mood swings. I know all those ones, but they did not explain it well. They didn't explain it in depth, like, oh, this was going to happen, that's what's going to happen. So my brothers and sisters, that's what happened to me. It's a good thing. It's a beautiful thing. Like, it's a good thing. Seeing your body change, watching your body grow, it's a very good thing to look at. It's a very beautiful thing. But just know that it is not an easy ride. It is not a walk in the park. It is not, oh, I'm pregnant. That sometimes my husband would look at me sometimes and be like, so how did you really think being pregnant was? You think you will just get pregnant and when you close and open your eye, the baby will come out? No, there's walk. You have to walk. Like, there's work inside of it. You have to walk. So me, honestly, before I got pregnant, I thought, oh well, get pregnant, have mood swing for 1 or 2 days. The rest of the day, you're just flexing your bump, showing your bump, being beautiful, doing Rihanna pregnancy type of thing. I promise you, that's what I thought pregnancy was. That's what I thought it was about. That was why when the things were doing me, it was a rude shock. Like, now so this thing be, nobody they really talk about this thing. So again, I want to encourage women, I want to encourage mothers to be expectant mothers, mom in waitings and all of that. I want to encourage you, please, let's try to share this journey for the people behind us, for the people coming behind us, so that they know what they are getting into. If I knew, maybe there are materials on the internet that I probably did not just read, but if I knew some of the things, it would have better prepared me. I wouldn't have, probably be feeling the way I was feeling, or be thinking, oh God, I just want to die or something. So let us try to. It's a beautiful journey. I know we're Africans, and please, I don't want my enemy to know that I'm pregnant. Let's try as much as we can to educate people. I hope that this video helps somebody, and I hope that you learn one or two things from this video. Like I said, I'm going to keep updating us on this pregnancy. This is a journey I'm going on for the first time, so I'll be taking you guys along with me, and I want to be able to see myself in 10 years and be like, oh girl, you were so brave and you were so strong. So that concludes this video. Thank you so much, guys, for hanging out with me for this long, almost 24 minutes. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for this long, and until next time, be well. Bye.